is Rox. We are here at OKC Theater at BMCC College with the Tribeca Film Festival. We're continuing the coverage. Today we have Blood for Dust, starring Stephen Dorff, and we are covering the full red carpet right here on AWSM Radio and Awesome TV. Make sure you tune in. I'm taking you with me. Hey, we are on the red carpet for Blood for Dust, and I am being joined now by Nora Zahetner. Is that correct? Okay, perfect. So now the theme of this movie is one of financial and dire straits, right? Tell me about your character.
Well, in a way, I kind of feel like she and Scoot's character. I don't know why I'm blanking on my character's name right now, which is so bizarre. It's gonna come to me. I'm gonna turn and ask somebody. But it's kind of where the movie starts because they child sick and they're going through something, and he goes on this whole journey, which is, you make choices, and he tries to make the right choices, and the right choices don't work, and he's basically doing anything he can to take care of his family.
And from your role and your perspective, you would have to be supportive of that. And talk to me about the journey of how you prepared for this role, because it seems like a strong, serious, dramatic role.
Rod and I just spoke so much. And, it's funny, Scoot and I are also both from Texas. So we had that to kind of bond over. And I grew up not wealthy. And so I just kind of understood, I feel like, who these people were.
I think the overall story is relatable because it is financial dire straits and you try to do the right thing and it takes a wrong turn. And very many people take wrong turns in life. And I think that's one of the strongest points of this. Now, why specifically did you choose this film?
Oh, the script was beautiful. I love the script and I love the role, and I felt like there was so much in there, and there was so much heartbreak and love, and.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with me. You look gorgeous. This dress is stunning, by the way. Hey, we are now being joined by Amber Mason, one of the lovely ladies of the film Blood and Dust that's premiering here at Tribeca. I overheard you say this is your first time here.
It is my first trip to Tribeca.
So New York City staple Tribeca, of course, is like the place to be, right? So talk to me a little bit about your character, because this movie I feel like is an enigma in many ways. And the strong storyline that I see here is one of trying to do the right thing and fumbling along as you do it.
Yes. And I believe that Rebecca is at that point in her life where she really has to make a decision if she's going to continue down the path that she's on or if she's going to correct it and live with herself. And I believe that in the moment where you meet her in the film, she's really trying to figure that out. And it helps her come to the realization that she has to end. It has to end seeing Cliff.
And it's relatable because there are so many places that we all end up that we're like, we should stop doing this. We should not move forward. And I think, when you look at circumstances right now, a lot of people are prone to do a lot of things they wouldn't want to do normally, right? Where did she find her strength?
The character is so relatable because it is every single choice that we make in life could be the end of something or the beginning of something new. And so her having to decide if she's at the beginning or the end of something is kind of the crux. And so for me, her strength comes from her decision to be done.
That's awesome. That's amazing. And what about, give me one part of this film that was your favorite scene to film.
Well, one of my favorite parts of the film is when we were filming the trailer house. We were filming in negative 11 degree weather. And so it was very cold and there's the heater had quit working. And it's like very thinly insulated in Montana and it's full on winter. So it was very, very cold, but very memorable.
That's a memory. I mean, sometimes whatever can go wrong does, right?
Yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us. It was amazing seeing you. You look gorgeous, and welcome to New York.
Thank you very much.
We are on the red carpet for Blood for Dust. I'm being now joined by Rod Blackhurst, the director of the film, and I have a very important question to ask you. How do you choose your projects? Because this is a really strong storyline.
Oh my gosh, it's an original film, so I think it's a film it's a story we wanted to tell. That's maybe the easiest way to put it. Like, we've tried to find other projects to sort of choose from the lot, but they never seem to work out. And what we found is that what works best for us as filmmakers is when we come up with our own stories. And so this is a story about a father trying to figure out his way in the world. It's relatable. I have 2 kids. He's in a situation that I've not been in, but I think metaphorically many other people could imagine themselves in.
I actually think a lot more people can relate to the storyline of making decisions for the best, but it's not going anywhere, right? I just heard a story about the trailer and the heat going out in 11-degree weather. Talk to me about some of the things that happened on set that, people don't catch when they look at the final product.
Sure. So Blood for Dust is a neo-Western. It's set in Montana. We actually filmed in Montana. It was cold. We filmed a lot of nights. The film has this like identity that you don't see on screen often because of that cold, because of that snow. So I think we're hoping that our film will occupy a unique space in a viewer's experience. There just aren't a lot of things like it. It was legitimately freezing cold and snowy at all times.
As the director, there are a lot of nuances that always come about. And what is the one thing that in making this movie you would find to be your strength?
My strength as a filmmaker is to surround myself with talented people. I'm a firm believer that when you put the right creative entities together, that 1 + 1 can equal 3. And I think that I've always done that in all of my work, is find the right below the line craftsmen and women, cinematographers, composers, and then the right actors, and pair them all together and make this weird family that you hope works at the dinner table. And that's what I do. That's me as a filmmaker, is finding those right souls to kind of lump together and make art with.
Well, thank you for speaking with me. I'm welcome and good luck on the festival. We are now being joined by Noah Lang, one of the producers on this film. And when you're a producer, you probably get hundreds of scripts. How do you do? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh well, this looks thinner than the others.
What I always say when people ask me this is that I'm more interested in the people than the project in a way. So what I believe they have to say, why I like them, and I'm interested in them as filmmakers. So what I like to say is that I invest in people. I don't have money. I'm not an investor in film, but I can invest my time. So if I connect with the person and I believe that they have something strong they're trying to say, then I want to be a part of it.
That's pretty amazing, because a lot of people look at it like the budgets, they look at other things, and for a story like this being so strong, being set in Montana, what was that like?
Got to -10 degrees at some points. We shot a lot of cold nights, but it was amazing. It was such a cool experience. We had such an incredible tight-knit team, came from all over the country to make it work, and people just bought in. And when people buy into what you're doing, it's so much easier because everybody cares about the same thing. So it was magical. It was cold. It was stressful. It was fun. It was all sorts of things.
It's the producer's title. It's stressful. It's everything. Right?
It's 100%. Thank you for saying that. I feel like we often get a little overlooked. Yeah.
You do get overlooked. Yeah. It's usually about the actors and the director, and some people get left behind, and we're gonna make sure we put a spotlight on you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for speaking with me. Hopefully you enjoyed our coverage of the red carpet for Blood for Dust. It comes out next year, so make sure you go and see it. We're seeing the premiere right now, and I'm sure it's going to be a fabulous, fabulous story of a person who needs to make decisions. And sometimes they go right, sometimes they go wrong, and sometimes you're put in a position where you have to basically make a bad decision. So go out and see it, Blood for Dust. We are at the Tribeca Film Festival 2023.